Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. Today is another LEGO minifigure collection review video, an update in fact. This is every single LEGO J minifigure ever made. In this collection there are 37 different J minifigures, which is nearly double what this collection was the last time I talked about it back in 2017. We're going to be going through these guys chronologically from the years they came out, what sets they came out in, and how much they are worth today. So if you have some of these J figs at home, you will see them here in this collection and you'll get an idea of how much they might be worth. Starting off with the beginning evolution of J, here he is from 2011, and the original print for this ninja is almost exact with pretty much all of the rest of the ninjas that came out at this time. He does have the unique symbol there on the chest, and the cowl he has on his head came from the original ninja line, at least the mold did. He appeared in a ton of sets, too many to name right now, but he did appear in the Spinjitzu starter set plus the Skull motorbike he sells for $3, and then we move on to one of the most expensive versions of the guy right off the bat. This is JDX, or the Dragon Suit version of J. And like the original print, this detailing is almost exactly the same as all the other Dragon Suit versions of the main characters. Gold, I think, contrasts a bit better against the blue. In fact, I think a lot of the colors for these ninjas in general contrasts better with blue. So Jay is probably one of the best looking ninjas out there. And right now his price rests at $22 minimum if you wanted him brand new on Bricklink, which is a little bit more than it was a couple years ago. That's it for 2011, and then the next year we get 4 new characters, 2 of which are almost exactly the same. We've got JZX and JZX with armor. You can see the gray arm matches up with the printing that shows armor on one side, which was a pretty good detailing for the year 2012, and his cowl now changes, as well as the print for the legs. The one without any shoulder armor appeared in Jay's Storm Fighter plus the Jumping Snakes polybag, and then the armor version of Jay actually came out in several sets, a lot more, including the Fang Pyre Truck Ambush and the Ultrasonic Raider. Because the armor version of him is more common, it's funny, he's actually $1 cheaper than the guy without armor, being $6 versus $5, which is kind of funny. And then we get a unique version of the character. This is Kendo J. There's Kendo versions of all the main guys pretty much, and he appeared in Destiny's Bounty plus a booster pack. Nothing is unique about him except, of course, the fact that he comes with Kendo armor instead of not Kendo armor. He's a $5 fig. And the last one of 2012 is the most rare guy out there, at least the most expensive, just barely compared to the Dragon Suit. This is NRGJ. He's definitely got the hardest name to say NRG with, but he looks, I think, a little bit better than the rest of the guys. I like that black line detailing that outlines all of that electrical detailing that runs across the front and back of the body. He appeared in the NRGJ set and rests at $23 minimum if you wanted him brand new. Moving up to 2013, this is an interesting version of the character. He appeared in the Warrior Bike set and is commonly known as Kimono J, or these are his elemental robes. He also had a flyer in this set, which makes him double different or double unique, and ultimately I think this is a really good look for the first time this character was made with a black body, or at least a darker mold in general. He sells for about $10 brand new, and then just 2 versions of the character came out in 2014, though they're pretty much exactly the same. This is the rebooted J, and also the same version of the guy with shoulder armor. They are each $4, and I think the print is decent, though it doesn't really hold any special place in my head. I think it's a little bit forgettable compared to some of the better prints that are out there. The one without armor appeared in the Thunder Raider set, while the shoulder armor version of the guy appeared in the Battle for Ninjago City. Now we're jumping up to 2015, and this is where things get a bit more interesting. We get a lot more new prints. I pretty much like all the guys that came out for this year. First up, we've got 2 different versions of the Deep Stone Armor J. So he's the darkest version of the character, almost totally black, but quite a lot of intricate armor detailing there on the front. One version of him came out in the set J Walker 1, where he has this special weapon or this contraption kind of on his shoulders. It's a lightning pack. This is a $6 figure with the contraption, while this is the much more common version of the character. He appeared in the City of Styx plus the Attack of the Moro Dragon set and 2 others. He's just $3, but personally I think he looks a little bit better with just the shoulder armor. Then here is another one of the characters where every single hero has a version of this guy. This is the Air Jitsu J, kind of similar to the NRG version. And this is kind of the only character I think actually looks good in the Air Jitsu form. The black is pretty high contrast with the blue, and for Jay it just seems to work. This is a $5 fig. He came out in the Air Jitsu J Flyer set, and now we have the first of the Zukin J's. Also, very high contrast with the nougat that kind of straps around the chest and the knees. People sometimes call him knee pad J. There is a print on his cowl, which also makes him a little unique, and he appeared in the Enter the Serpent set plus a fun pack. That makes him a $4 figure, and here is our first of the sleeveless J's, or tournament J's. Personally, I'm a fan of the simplified or at least less armored look of the ninja here, and this version of the character came out in the Electromech set, J Nanomech Polybag, and also the Ninja Army building set. That's a $5 figure. And then randomly 2015 also had another version of the rebooted J from the year before. This time he's got a cowl instead of being able to see the face mask and hair, so that technically makes him unique. He appeared in the J Foil Pack number 1 and sells for $4. He actually got cheaper over the years. For the year 2016, 10 different J's came down the line, though the first 3 we're looking at right now are actually brand new prints. These are the Skybound J's. This first one here is unique because he's got a dual-sided head, though you can get a pretty good look at the print for the armor here. And generally speaking, I think blue looks pretty good. The purple highlights aren't bad, but the Skybound printing I thought was relatively forgettable. He appeared in the Lighthouse Siege set. This is a $3 figure. This next one is identical on the outside, though he only has a single-sided face print. He appeared in Jay's Elemental Dragon and sells for $5. The last is the pirate version of him, so he's got an eye patch on one of his facial expressions, which is pretty good. He appeared in Misfortune's Keep set. Awesome set. He's a $4 figure. And then these two guys are very, very similar. They kind of look like a combination of the original J print and the ZX armor, though this time you can see the arm has now been molded with the flat silver, which is a much better look. The cowl is better, and the leg printing is also pretty darn good. The J with the cowl came out in the Ultra Stealth Raider set. That's a $5 figure, while the J with the hair and face mask came out in the Samurai XK the Chaos set, and he is $3. I do like the look of that guy. And then this is something I always think is funny. This is the J that came from a junior set, the Lost Temple, and there's every version of the main hero ninjas has a guy like this, where there's a cowl from an earlier series and then the rebooted torso print with no leg printing. It's basically the spare parts J. This is a $3 fig. And then we get a slightly different version of Tournament J. He appeared in the Dojo Polybag. He doesn't have a face mask, so that's what makes him different. Technically speaking, that's a $3 fig. And then here is Zukin J from Foil Pack number 2. He is like the last version of this print, though he doesn't have the exclusively printed cowl piece, though he only appears in a foil pack, so he actually kind of is more expensive for a weird little reason. That is a $6 figure, slightly cheaper than the years before. And this Zukin J has a more generalized cowl piece. He comes with armor, appeared in the Ninjago Sky Pirates attack set. He's $5. And now we have what is a lot of people's favorite printing, I think, for most of the ninjas. This is J rebooted, but he's got the stone armor. He appeared in the Ninjago Character Encyclopedia book and sells for $10. His price hasn't changed, but still a very solid print, and I really do like the knee pad printing at the very bottom by the legs. Guess what? It is the year 2017 now. These are the first two guys that came out for the year. These are the Hands of Time version of the character, and still maybe actually my favorite version of the print. The dark blue is great. The armor detailing looks very cool. It's kind of royal or fancy or something. And the version of J that you see here without the armor is from the Desert Lightning set. He is $8. And then with the black shoulder armor, he came from the Dawn of Iron Doom set, and that is a $5 figure. So one kind of went up in price, one kind of went down in price. And then very quickly before the movie J's, there was this guy that came out. He is a reprint of a previous version that we saw. He came out in a foil pack, and what makes him different is that he does not have a face mask, and he also has golden armor. That is a $4 figure. And then here we go, let's get into the LEGO Ninjago movie versions of J. This is by far the most common version of the guy. He appeared in 4 different sets, including the Flying Jelly Sub and the Lightning Jet. So his commonality makes him only $2. And as far as I can tell, there was a lot of contention as to whether or not people liked the new design for the characters. Personally, I think it wasn't too bad. I liked the subtle orange highlights that contrasts well with the blue. And the cowls I think actually look decently well, though they were a little bit annoying, always being kind of loose. Personally, this look of Jay has grown on me, though I still think Hands of Time is better. And then this is Jay without the cowl. You can see the new mold for the hairpiece now. He appeared in the Temple of the Ultimate Weapon and sells for $3. Here he is from the collectible minifigure series, so this is kind of his casual wear. That scarf I think was the first time we saw that piece released, though it has now appeared on other minifigures after the fact. I like the khaki print. I mean, generally speaking, collectible minifigures always look pretty good. He's got himself a selfie stick and of course a unique expression. Personally, he's not really one of my favorite guys to come from the collectible series, but he's not bad either. This is a $4 figure, and then we get Jay in his training clothes. This is pretty much the same print, I think, for all of the ninjas, so pretty much just Jay's face put on top of it here. And this guy actually appeared in a few different little releases, including a foil pack, as well as along with movie releases, but I think his first appearance was the Ninjago Movie Maker Polybag. This is a $3 figure, and now we have hit the last 5 figs that all came out in the year 2018. They're all unique, and honestly, they contain some of the best prints that Jay has ever had. This is the updated version, basically, of the Air Jitsu Jay. This is the Spin Jitsu Master Jay. He came from the Spin Jitsu Jay Master set, and you can see a bit of that raw energy lightning detailing that kind of wraps around his normal clothes, but it's a lot more subtle and also integrated better into the art style of the print. I think it looks a lot better, and this version of Jay sells for just over $5 brand new, while we have the Sons of Garmadon Jay, and he's easily in my top 3 favorite prints. The updated color combination for the new cowl looks better, and that subtle stitch detailing that underlies the entire body and leg print really does, I think, look good, especially in the blue. Like I said, Jay just looks better in blue. This version of him came out in the Kilo vs. Samurai X set, and he sells for $8. Now we're getting into a version of the Hunted Jay. This is from the Dragon Masters. He came from the Dragon Masters set, and currently I don't have a price actually listed for him, though I have a feeling he would go for around $8 or $10. And you can see he's strapped a little bit better for combat, or at least more heavy-duty fighting, with those straps that kind of go around the shoulders and attach to the waistband. This Hunted Jay is a bit more common and also pretty darn good looking. They brought back toe printing, which I failed to mention for the Hands of Time Jay, but it doesn't really matter. This guy just looks ready for battle. He's a little bit beat up and just has tons of equipment wrapped all around him. He appeared in the Stormbringer set, as well as the Diesel Knot and the Dragon Pit, so he's pretty common, but still $6. And here is the last version of Jay. He is in almost all black robes with some gold highlighting. This is, he came from the Jay's Kendo Training Pod set, sells for around $6.50. And there you have it. That is every version of the Blue Ninja so far that exists as an official LEGO minifigure. It's great to see the evolution of this ninja over time. Generally speaking, I think they have been doing a better job with the way the ninjas look, though the criticism seems to have gotten a bit harsher, I feel. Anyways, let me know what you guys think is your favorite version of this character. Also, what kind of collection should I do in the future? Any and all suggestions are of course welcome, and thanks a lot for watching if you stuck around this long in the video. If you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault. Hey everybody, wanted to pop in really quick, let you guys know that we've got a LEGO web store, www.brickvault.toys, where we sell the PDF step-by-step instructions for some incredibly awesome LEGO blocks. It's definitely worth checking out. The revenue from the web store helps support us here at the channel, as well as the designers that create these amazing LEGO builds. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Remember, that's www.brickvault.toys, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.